Okay, I didn't plan on doing a video,
Okay.
but this interesting fella came up,
No,
and
that's all right. How you
I'm
do?
here with just hanging out with some of the guys. So he's from I think one of the colleges. So he sees a bunch of my friends and me hanging out, and he says, "Would you mind if we take some pictures to kind of show the plight of the homeless and all?" And George right away said, "Well, you know, Pastor John does videos all the time." But he's got such an interesting story. Now, he's taking pictures right now. What is your name, brother, from Turkey?
My name is Sarjan.
Okay, now you're from Turkey.
Yes.
I told him I also deal with some world issues. You were even in the protest. Talk a little bit about the protest in Turkey. I do understand those that watch the videos are familiar that I talk about world issues and all. But you were involved in one of the protests in Turkey. And tell a little bit of that, because
Is it live video?
no, it's not live, but I do upload it on my website.
I don't want to be.
You don't want to be.
My family is still there.
They're
so
still okay. Yes, some people. But it's interesting that you grew up in Turkey, though.
Yes.
It's and I'm familiar somewhat with. I was telling him Erdogan, and he's kind of like he's doing almost like a martial law. The president right now of Turkey is kind of like done a crackdown, and I don't think it's good for our country to be so aligned with him, because I know we have an alliance because of what's going on in Syria, but yet at the same time, Erdogan, the leader of Turkey, he's got a lot of his own personal reasons for wanting Assad, who is the president of Syria, to be kicked out. And so we kind of align sometimes. The U.S., the Western world sometimes aligns with people that are bad people, but we do it for our own benefits. We're big allies of Saudi Arabia. Now, Saudi Arabia has a proxy war going on in Yemen against Iran. And so we're kind of backing Saudi Arabia, but yet these are issues that Yemen also has a tremendous civil rights violations going on in Yemen right now. A lot of people were killed the last few years. And so we kind of have the Western world, and the U.S. has its hand in a lot of these things. And that's problematic. But the reason I'm doing this quick video, brother, is simply because you're from Turkey, and just mention why you wanted to take some of the pictures of some of the homeless guys.
Yeah.
Are you at the Del Mar College?
Yes, I'm still at Del Mar College.
My daughter is a teacher at Del Mar College.
Oh, that's cool.
I don't know if I forget what she teaches. Math. Her name is Bethany Chirello, but she teaches at Del Mar College. And you're just doing a little thing on the homeless.
To create an awareness to show all the people in my classroom, and you might go over Del Mar College. Those pictures will help people to aware of homeless people, so that way they'll know there's people out there here. They need help. And
you were mentioning that in Turkey, obviously you have homeless, but it's a lot worse off over there as far as.
I mean, there's no help for them. I mean, people are like. Most of the time pushing them away, but there are some people they do help, but those people who help them they don't have enough budget to. And
also you got a lot of refugees that have become homeless because they're basically coming into Turkey over the border and all, and they're in camps and things like that, and there's a lot
I heard
of.
that there are like 2 million.
Okay, difficult. But it was just the reason I just did this one. I usually teach a little bit. I teach the Bible and all. I gave him I gave him my website, and I said, "Look, you can see a lot of videos of some of my homeless friends." But it was just so interesting that somebody from Turkey would, I talk about world issues a lot, and it's the first time we ever had somebody from Turkey kind of like have an interest in what's going on and all. And George, say hi.
Hi.
It's New York over there. Some of the guys, and JJ. That's JJ. But so I just did this as a quick update because it's interesting. He's taking pictures right now, and I just found that to be so interesting. So I'll add this as like a little tag. God bless everybody.